Today on the Trent Out Loud podcast. Andrew Tate and his brother are officially back on U.S. soil. For my daily listeners, y'all know how I get down already. I always try my best to see the good in people, or at least try to see things from either side. Whether it be Donald Trump, Joe Biden, or Kamala Harris, or even Elon Musk, I try my best. But when it comes to Andrew Tate and his brother, there is nothing to see and nothing good about those two. I don't even like swearing on my podcast, but when it comes to them,
a few moments later.
Whew. All right, I feel better now. What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. Y'all know what day it is. It's Friday. Let's go. We made it, y'all. I'm in a great mood. I hope you're in a great mood. And if you're not, I'm going to get you in a good mood because I have a great show set up for you today. All right. We have 3 lead stories. First, we're going to kick it off by talking about Lil Baby accused of being responsible for somebody being unalived after he filmed a music video. Andrew Tate and his brother are back in the U.S. with the help of the Trump administration. Gene Hackman, his wife, and his dog were found unalived. The police say that there is no foul play, but they are still investigating. In quick news, we're going to talk Floyd Mayweather, Jim Jones, Kris Jenner, Claressa Shields, PartyNextDoor, Nick Adams, Sexyy Red, Gayle King, Katy Perry, Elon Musk, ASAP Relli, and ASAP Rocky. As always, we're going to close out the show with question of the day, social discussion of the day, comment of the day, and a little bit of sports news. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TV, your radio, or your devices up. I'm about to start this Friday show. Let's go. Our first lead story. Lil Baby blamed by Atlanta Police Department for the unaliving of some people in a neighborhood because of his cowardly actions and allegedly shooting a music video in the neighborhood. The police department said this team will work relentlessly to hold you and the persons you are affiliated with responsible. Okay, let's just jump right to the video on the press conference, and then I'll try my best to explain and make this make sense, although it is going to be very hard. Take a listen.
Freeman was allowed to be a 13-year-old for 27 minutes before gang violence ultimately took life. Violence was orchestrated by adults and cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper.
Okay, let me try to make sense of this, and this could actually be in discussion of the day. But so one, just to make super clear, Lil Baby filmed a music video in a rival neighborhood, G-A-N-G neighborhood, where he shouldn't have been filming. What the police are alluding to is the fact that he knew what he was doing shooting the video there. It was like kind of like a, haha, you cannot stop me from going there. I'm going to go there and shoot the video, okay? But just want to make it clear that he didn't do anything else but shoot a music video. As a result of him shooting the music video there, 2 people were unalived, okay? Their ages were this old, okay? So, Jesus, it's hard because 2 people were unalived. So that you have to take that into consideration. It's tough. But is Lil Baby to blame for this? And what can the cops actually really do? And how is this cowardly? This is the things that I would like to ask if I wish I could interview the police detectives, because although from a police standpoint, the police know that they cannot stop GANGs from going around or doing their whatever it is that they do. Okay, they can't prevent that. But what a lot of police try to do is they try to just manage it and try to almost kind of be intermediate. Yeah, they try to be the intermediary. That's the word I was looking for. The intermediary between the 2 or 3 or how many things are going on, and to try to just keep the peace. Like, you do this, you do that. So I understand them being upset at Lil Baby, but is he to blame for the result of what happened because of what goes on in those neighborhoods and that lifestyle? You know what I'm saying? So it's tough. It's tough. And would that ever like hold up in the court of law? Can you actually be charged for something like that? Like I said, I think like I said, all he did was film a music video there. As long as he had the permits, as long as he had all of those things in order, then what did he do that's wrong? Other than the fact of he knew it would antagonize the other GANG. And when you do antagonize the other rival GANGs around, things are gonna happen, and innocent bystanders get caught in the aftermath of what goes on. So, I don't know. I think from a technical standpoint, he is not to blame and he cannot be charged for anything. But from a moral standpoint, being a celebrity and the statue of where he is at, I think that he should know better and want better for his community, and knowing that those kind of things would antagonize the other guys in those areas, and he knows what happens when things get antagonized, he should know better. So I think this is a moral issue, not necessarily a criminal issue. That's just the way I see it. Of course, a lot of people are giving their views online, so I wanted to bring it to you guys. Let me know in the comment section where you are on this and how you feel about it, and let me know if you agree with me or not in the comment section below. Our second lead story. Controversial media personality Andrew Tate and his brother leave Romania for Florida after travel ban stemmed from HT. Charges get lifted. All right, I cannot stand talking about these two. There's nobody in this world that I have more dislike for than these two. But I just want to let you guys know what is happening and who is helping them. Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate have made their way to Fort Lauderdale, Florida after being freed from their travel ban. Their spokesperson confirmed the brothers flew to Florida on Thursday, February the 27th, after Romanian authorities lifted the ban. This decision followed reported pressure from the U.S., including the Trump administration, to allow the Tates to travel freely. As reported, the controversial figures were arrested in Romania in December 2022 on charges of R-word, HT, money elling, and leading a criminal group. They were later released under house arrest, but they were banned from leaving the country until this week. Romanian prosecutors clarified that although the travel bans were lifted, the Tates still face legal obligations and they must appear back in court March the 24th. What are your thoughts? Y'all don't want to hear my thoughts. For like my day ones, I used to listen to my podcast like 2 years ago. Before I had a full show like this, I would do like the leading story for the day. I literally did maybe like 10 or 15, maybe not that many, 5 to 10 episodes solely on Andrew Tate. Like I really dislike this guy and his views, his stands, everything about him. Like there's just nothing good. And I try my best all the time to see where other people are coming from, to see what people like in people. And you guys know that. And I'm trying to tell you, there is nothing good about this guy. Nothing at all. I'm disappointed that Donald Trump would spend any sort of energy at all on him and his brother, like at all. For the people out there who say that Andrew Tate has been taken out of context, again, I have debunked that, where I went and I watched so many full interviews of him. Full interviews. I spent hours of research. He's not taken out of context. He is I don't even know the words to use. He's just, instead of stooping to his level, he's just not a good person. He's not a good person. Simple as that. regardless of the charges, if he is guilty or not guilty, because he has always remained pleading innocent. He's just not a good person. And I thought about like going back and pulling clips and, trying to prove my point, like how I used to do back in the day. And I don't even think he's worth giving that kind of attention to at all. For those of you who don't know, just pause this, go and Google him, and you will see he was banned off of every single platform imaginable. Of course, Twitter let him back on, but Instagram, you name it. A lot of the things that he used to say about women were taken down. You would be hard pressed to find all of them, but there's still stuff out there. But his stands and views on women were like egregious. I have a mother, I have aunts, I have a niece, and it's just like too far. I've gotten into arguments. I have stopped being friends with people who used to be Andrew Tate supporters. And now they have called me back and were like, you were 100% right. Especially a lot of people in Canada that were like, oh my gosh, when he had this whole movement of like all these, young men were like following him. And at one time he was the most Googled person on the planet. And these young men were so enamored by him, and he was teaching them like how to get girls and pick up girls and change their minds and think. Like, it was so manipulative. And a lot of them came back was like, you were 100% right. And I think a lot of Canadians turned on him when he said that all the men in Canada are weak. And he came out and said that. And a lot of them were like, all right, well, I'm done with him. Anyways, I think I've talked enough about him. Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section below about Andrew Tate. Let me know what you think about Donald Trump spending even an inkling of a second. I mean, Trump. And don't try to take this as if like I'm trying to bash Trump or whatever, because I think there's good things that he has done. But the fact of the mountain of things that the Trump administration says that they are tackling and dealing with, and downsizing the government and everything that's going on, everything that he's doing, whether you agree with it or not, I think we can agree that nobody in his administration should even take 2 seconds out of their time to do anything with Andrew Tate. However, if you're wondering why, Andrew Tate is a big, huge advocate for Donald Trump. Huge. Like, they love each other. So anyways, I digress. I'll leave it to you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Our third lead story. Oscar winner Gene Hackman and wife found unalived at home. Police say no foul play. Two-time Oscar-winning actor Gene Hackman and his wife were found unalived in their New Mexico home on Wednesday afternoon, February the 28th. Authorities discovered the couple along with their dog during a welfare check after a concerned neighbor reported not seeing them. Santa Fe County Sheriff Public Information Officer said no foul play was suspected as a factor in the unaliving at the time. However, the exact cause of unaliving has not yet been determined. She also added that an investigation remains active and ongoing. Hackman, best known for The French Connection and The Conversation, was 95 and his wife was 64. Geez, that's a pretty big age difference. Go Gene. All right. I know Gene Hackman best for Enemy of the State with Will Smith. I mean, Gene Hackman is, before my time. But I do know that he was a big actor. But again, like I said, I don't know most of his movies. He was amazing in Enemy of the State. I might watch that this weekend. Will Smith's one of my favorite actors. You guys know that. Haven't heard anything. People are kind of saying in the comment section that it was carbon monoxide. That's normally what happens when everybody is found like that, including the dog. But I think the cops would have alluded to something like that. That's the reason why I'm a little bit skeptic that it's something weird. I know the cops are saying no foul play, but why would they say that? Like, it just sounds suspicious to me. You know what I mean? Like, hey, no foul play. We found the oven, or we found this, we found a leak. I don't understand why they're like, hey, no foul play, but we're still in the investigation. So it could also be a lot of the times too, when this happens, it could be the fact that there is something going on, but they don't want to alert anybody, right? So something they could be investigating, and they would just want to have the people that are involved stay calm and not, ruffle any feathers, to just be like, oh, okay, no foul play, cool. They're not watching us. Hopefully they let down their guard, and that's how they could find them. So that's what a lot law enforcement does all the time. So I would sit back and just wait and see. We'll see what comes out of this. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below, but something sounds a little suspicious to me. I'm just saying. Let me know what you guys think. All right, this brings us to quick news. Ring my Friday bell. I've been trying that all week, but it works well with Friday, though. My Friday bell. Let's go. Our first quick story. Floyd Mayweather praises Donald Trump. We had Trump before. We didn't appreciate him. He's the best president we've ever had. I just don't understand. I understand people liking Donald Trump. I get it. I just don't understand why he needs to be on Mount Rushmore. He needs to be on dollar bills, and he's the best president ever on the face. Like, he hasn't even finished his second term. Let him finish. Jeez. Anyways, here's the video.
We had Trump before. We didn't appreciate him, but I think Trump is a great president. Actually, he's the best president in my eyes. He's the best president we ever had.
I'll never understand why they just don't want to let him finish his second term. But I also have no problem with this. A lot of people are dragging him online. As a black person, how could you support Trump? You know how many black people have voted for Donald Trump? You know how many Mexicans, minorities? Give me a break. Floyd, if you like Trump, you believe he's the best man for the job, you voted for him, scream it from the mountaintops, my brother. Like, do you? I have no problems with that. I told you guys, I have friends who are Donald Trump supporters. I have friends who are Kamala Harris supporters, Joe, everybody. Like, you cannot close yourself off in a circle because of your political views. That is not what a democracy is all about. My gripe. Somebody said in the comments once, like, we're going to make a Trent dictionary. Thought that was hilarious. My issue is I just think that we should let him finish his second term, and then we could judge him. Suppose he makes a mistake. Suppose, you know what I'm saying? Like, even with Barack Obama, like, yo, let him finish. You know what I'm saying? Let him finish, and then we could talk about him in history. Then we could decide if we're going to put him on a $250 bill or Mount Rushmore or something. Like, could you just let the man go? For me, what I really can't wait to see is what happens in the midterms, because that will be a true testament of how he did for the first 2 years. By the way, I love American politics. That's why I talk about it so often. Like, this is not even a political podcast. It's a viral podcast, but I just love how American politics are set up. Like, it's such a true democracy. Like, it's like 4 years, right smack in the middle, you have midterms. If somebody's not doing well, like, you only really have 2 years to get away and do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? And then you're tested. It's like a midterm. That's what all the midterms, like midterm exam. Like, let's see what's up. And let me get back to my point now. But shout out to the US. If Donald Trump doesn't do good over these past 2 years, if he doesn't start bringing down prices, inflation, egg prices, et cetera, housing, then if he loses the House, which he already has by a narrow margin, and if he loses the Senate, I want to see how he's going to govern the next 2 years that he's in president, right? So I just think we just need to give it some time. But shout out to Floyd for saying or thinking that he's the best even now. Say it as much as you want. I 100% respect that. Go Floyd. Let me know what you guys think. Our second quick story. Jim Jones tells Cameron not to play with him, challenges him to a boxing match, and encourages him to ask Floyd Mayweather to put up $10 million for the match. Why don't you ask Floyd Mayweather, Jim? Anyways, Jim Jones tells Cameron not to play with him. Okay, this is exactly what I just wrote. This is exactly what I just read. Having problems with my words today. It's a Friday. Let's listen to the video. Take a listen.
From where? How? Who?
No, that's what Cam said. I don't know.
It was a bird. He a boxer right out. Where's the ring at? You getting money, right? Yo, do sports, 10 million right now. You with Mayweather and them 10 million. I'll meet you in any boxing ring.
It's giving big brother and little brother arguments. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jim and Cam, we've told you guys over the past 2 months the beef they've been having. When I think it all started when 50 Cent went on Cam's podcast and they were talking about what happened back in the day, and then how Jim and 50 got together when Cameron and 50 were beefing. And it just sparked up a whole new thing. Jim Jones has an album coming out, which I find ironic. So it smells a little promotion-ish to me, perhaps. Because right after that interview, Jim dropped a single, said he's dropping an album, and now a month later he's on The Breakfast Club to talk about it. But I digress. This is nothing to worry about or get into get hype all over, whatever. Like, Jim and Cam are brothers. They love each other. And this is all it is. And I think that's why it's not going more than, let's have a boxing match. Like, put 10 mil on it. You know what I mean? Like, this is brotherly love. This is a family feud. And I don't think there's anything more to it. They're just two New York, Harlem, hard-headed dudes. You know what I mean? And it's hard to keep both of them in the same room. So if this is not for the album promotion and it is real, it's just a brotherly thing. And I think eventually they'll get over it and we'll see them back on stage again or do whatever. You'll be like, oh, it's a reunion and we're dropping an album. Like, they've been doing this. You know what I mean? So anyway, shout out to Jim Jones, shout out to Dip, Set, and Joels and Cameron. Our third quick story. Kris Jenner once trolled Khloe Kardashian for not giving an NBA player a bad whistle, giving him a after a couple of dates. She said, that's why he's not calling you back. All right, Khloe Kardashian is recalling a time when her mom trolled her for not performing a certain act on a NBA player. Khloe said she went out on a couple of dates with him and he's not calling her back. And she said that that's why he's not. And do you agree with her theory? Take a listen.
I dated someone.
And it was set up by your mom, right?
My mom and Gunnar Peterson.
Gunnar.
He was a basketball player, played for
such a pusher.
One of the LA teams. And us three were in the kitchen. And I was like, so-and-so isn't calling me back, yada, yada. And we're just chatting. And she's like, well, did you give him a B? And
we were like, what?
I went on one or two dates with him. No. And she goes, well, that's why he's not calling you back.
All right, so a lot of people are talking about this online, like, oh my gosh, how could she say that to her daughter, etc., etc. Now, let's put things into perspective. Khloe is a grown-ass, I always said, it's Friday! Khloe is a grown woman, all right? And she has kids of her own. So I don't think there's anything wrong with this personally. I'm not a mom. I grew up with a father that was very open like that. He would say things like that. Maybe not exactly like that, but he would hint to things like that when we were of age, more to me than my sister. And I think a mom saying that to her daughter or a father saying that to his son, I personally don't see anything wrong with that. Like I said, if you're of age and like Khloe has her own children, she's probably been married before. Sorry, I don't know things about the Kardashians, but I think her and Tristan were married, right? Anyways, I don't see anything wrong with it. I see that being a mom who's just being playful and, having a connection and a conversation with her adult daughter. I personally don't see anything wrong with it. You guys can let me know. And I don't think there's anything more to say. They're adults, and I don't think anything wrong with it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Our fourth quick story. Claressa Shields addressed suspension after testing positive for that Bob Marley. You know what I'm saying? In a daytime exclusive, Claressa Shields addressed her suspension after testing positive for that Bob Marley. She said that she actually has never even had that Bob Marley ever in her life. Take a listen. Here you go.
You do the saliva. Mm-hmm. It comes back positive for what they describe as trace amounts of marijuana, which is banned by the Michigan Commission. Yes. That you say, and you've said it to our audience, you have never before, ever. No. how does the test come back positive?
Well, one, the place reeked the marijuana. I have nothing against. And then before I got to do the mouth swab, I was hugging and everybody was hugging and kissing me in Flint. I'm not suspended from boxing. I'm suspended to fight in Michigan. I can go fight in California, New York, Texas. I'm not suspended from the sport.
So we covered this story, and you heard her there saying, listen, I've never done that in my life. I was around people that were doing it. A saliva test came back positive, but then she did another test from another area, and it would, can you say, anyways, I don't want to take the chance. So she did another test, which is supposed to be a more reliable test, and then that test came back negative. And if that is the more reliable test, then what's the big deal? Anyways, more importantly, why I played that for you guys is that there was a lot of misconceptions. People thought that she was banned from boxing, period. She's only banned in Michigan. She could still box in New York, in Texas, in Vegas, or whatever. So it's just Michigan. But I think more why she's fighting it and so upset is just, as a boxer, you don't want to have a ban anywhere. It just doesn't look good on your record. And especially from somebody who's never taken that Bob Marley. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you, like, I totally get where she's coming from. Some people are like, yo, just never go there and, they'll lose money. But it's more about her reputation and her name that she's trying to clear. So we'll continue to follow the story as we did in the beginning. But I think it's important to know that the real test actually came back negative, and she's only banned in Michigan. We really love Claressa Shields here. Go, Claressa. Sorry, just wanted to add this in here. I forgot not everybody knows Claressa Shields yet. Claressa Shields is the first undisputed female heavyweight champion in the world, and she's a 2-time gold medalist with 5 division titles. Basically, she's the female Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. All right? Or Floyd Mayweather, too, added in there. She's the GOAT of women boxing. So shout out to Claressa Shields. Our 5th quick story. I had to add that in for my girl, Claressa. PartyNextDoor admits I was wrong for previewing diss track aimed at Tory Lanez. Telling you, it's hot in Toronto. Trust me. PartyNextDoor is backtracking after playing his diss track to Tory Lanez on Instagram Live. On February the 26th, PartyNextDoor previewed a diss track aimed at Lanez where he sang, F what Tory Lanez saying, I'm running that. He also called out Lanez for allegedly mimicking Meek Mill's style, saying, you sound like Meek. One day you'll be like me. This came after Lanez, who currently is serving time in prison, praised PartyNextDoor on a recent video call. He said, effing PartyNextDoor showed his best work in 2025. Oh yeah, we played that. However, after previewing the diss track, Party quickly apologized. On Instagram stories, he explained that he had been told about Lane's comments, but hadn't watched the video himself. He didn't say anything I wouldn't have said myself, Party admitted. Now that I've seen it, I was wrong. The city is stronger together. It looks like the tension between the two may have cooled down for now, but it remains to be seen if Lanez will respond. What is going? Yo, just take a listen.
I'm not your friends. What you talk about, bro?
Thousands at a time. Just thousands at a time.
Stop saying my name. Yeah.
Okay, that was even a waste of time to play. I remember playing that where he said, Tory Lanez said, yo, Party dropped his best work out of 2025 and Drake dropped his best work in 2025. I was saying that was crazy because that album was not their best work. But I guess it just got misunderstood. But like I told you guys in the beginning, now there's a lot of things like popping off in Toronto. Like 2 other artists are talking about Party, and then some other people are like, it just started a whole riff. All because he had a misunderstanding because somebody said something and he didn't listen to the video, and now he listened to it and it was Tory Lanez saying that he did his best work. All because he put the F word in front of his name. He thought it was bad. Like, really? Like, what are we in elementary school, guys? Like, before you go and do a full diss track, like you're getting in the booth, you're recording something based off of what another man told you. You didn't think to yourself like, hey, that video you're alluding to, let me hear it for myself before I go put myself out on the line. You have the #1 album in the country with Drizzy, and that's what you're doing? PartyNextDoor, man. That is weak. At least you were man enough to apologize, but that was weak, bro. Our sixth quick story. Commentator Nick Adams, who was endorsed by Trump with a racially charged message about food stamps. Nick tweeted and said, "If you could pay $175 to get your nails done and $250 for sneakers, then my tax dollars shouldn't be paying for your food stamps." Okay. I think we could all agree that that is kind of racially charged, like nails and $250 of sneakers. Like, maybe, I mean, let's just say, for argument's sake, that he was sending a message out to the Black or maybe minority community. They put this statistic out, and I wanted to read it to you guys. This is the characteristics of SNAP recipients, people on food stamps. You'll see there the ages, and the average age is 25 to 65, which is not surprising. But look right underneath there where it says white people, 62.7%. White non-Hispanic, 39%. And Black, you'll see at 26%. Then later at the bottom where you see native born, which is whatever, born here in the United States, right? So 87. 2/3 of the people who receive food stamps are white people. So again, we're not too sure what he meant, but Nick, if you were alluding to the fact that it is Black minority people, first of all, next time just come out and say it with your chest, A. And B, maybe just get your facts straight and know that 2/3 of the people that are on food stamps are white people. Our seventh quick story. Sexyy Red turned down a pro wrestling contract with the WWE. All right, Red has been popping up on the WWE programming over the past year, but she recently revealed that she had a chance to take it even further, but she turned it down. In an interview, she opened up about her multiple NTX appearances in 2024 and admitted the WWF actually offered her a permanent spot on the roster. The only problem, she didn't have time to train properly. She also made a surprise comparison between hip hop and wrestling, saying rapping and wrestling is pretty much the same. It's not quite acting, but it kind of is too at the same time, because when we go home and take all of our jewelry off and our gold and remove our costumes that we're wearing, we have to go back to reality with our families. I don't think that's really a surprising comparison. Yeah, I mean, I think most people understand that now, right? It's 2025. Like, celebrities are people too. They're just like all of us. You know, the jewelry, the outfits, the money, they're all human beings, and we're all just regular people. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to put celebrities up in this high kind of echelon. Yeah, we talk about them because their lives are public, 1000%. But when they go home, she's just a regular person. Anyways, shout out to Big Red. We call her Big Red. Shout out to Big Red. Doing a lot of things, being able to turn down contracts. I like this. And I also like the fact that she's not jumping into this and concentrating on the music. I feel artists sometimes, especially in the beginning, they spread themselves too thin and start doing a bunch of other things. You know, people are already question her music and, you know, how authentic she is and if she's just gimmicky. So I like the fact that she wants to, you know, hone her craft, work on whatever she is working on. I think she should do some acting too. I mean, gosh, she is hilarious. She'd be so good in movies. I would actually even like to see her on a podcast. I think she'd be amazing. But anyways, shout out to Big Red for staying focused and being able to turn out money out here. Let's get it. Our eighth quick story. A Detroit mother whose 2 children were unalived in freezing temperatures was gifted a new home. A Detroit mom whose 2 children were unalived in a van parked in a casino parking garage was gifted a new home. The mother and her children, who were only 2 and 9 years old, were unhoused for 3 months when they were unalived in the frigid temperature recently. This happened a couple of weeks ago. We told you guys about this. She said at the time she had been asking for help from local shelters and agencies. However, nobody stepped in until after the tragedy. In a video shared by the city of Detroit, Williams is being seen given the keys to her new home by the Detroit Rescue Ministry. Ministry. I'm so torn. Is there a video? Listen to the video.
Today, we are blessing the family who had faced a real devastating issue by losing two kids. We can't do nothing to compensate for the loss of the kids, but it's at least a good start to cope with the situation that she's been through.
The city of Detroit also put this out on their social platform and said, "Our hearts continue to be with the Williams and Curry family as we stand by them, offering our love and compassion. While nothing can truly ease their loss, the gift of a new home represents a pivotal step forward for both their family and our community. Detroit, let us unite in support." You see, even like that line, like Detroit, let us unite. I'm happy that she has a home. Don't get me wrong. But something like this had to happen for the city of Detroit to do something. And if she's getting a home, what about the other homeless people? And by the way, she had 4 kids. They were both with her. They were all 4 were with her, and only 2 were unalived. And by the way, if for those of you who didn't see it or don't remember it, she had the van on and she was there in the parking lot trying to stay warm. And while they were asleep, the car ran out of gas. And the 2 of them, you know what happened. So I just feel like the city of Detroit is trying to do this to make it seem like, hey, we hear your cries and we hear this or whatever. Look what we're doing for her. She's not going to be homeless. But what about the other thousands of people? I would rather you take that money and spread it out evenly so this doesn't happen to 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 more people. You know what I mean? Like, just because she got national attention and you look bad for not helping her when she was trying to get help from the city, it's tough. It's tough. I'm happy that they're helping her, but what about the other people? Let me know what you guys think about this. This could actually, another thing that could be in social discussion, but let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Our 9th quick story. Katy Perry and Gayle King will travel to space on an all-woman mission. Donald Trump ain't gonna like this. Y'all better buckle up because this is going to be some next level history making. Katy Perry and Gayle King are about to embark on one of the most exciting adventures ever, traveling to space on Blue Origin's first all-woman mission. Yes, you read that right. Now, they won't be floating up there alone. They'll be joined by an elite squad of powerhouse women, including former NSA rocket scientist and a civil rights activist, along with a film producer. The mastermind behind bringing this 6-woman crew together, none other than Jeff Bezos' fiance, who is making serious moves in the aerospace world. Blue Origin, founded by Amazon billionaire Jeff Bezos, is no stranger to making history in space travel. Bezos himself took a ride beyond Earth back in 2021, and now this all-female squad is set to follow. Did you guys watch yesterday's episode when I told you about these people that were having dinner and hanging out at this thing that has you suspended, I think 50 stories up in the air? And remember, one little belt buckled and the whole thing shook? And I was like, I don't understand people that do these kind of things. Same thing here. All the more power to all women going up space travel. First time ever. I salute that. Couldn't be me or any woman that I know or love. Oh my gosh, no. I'm not interested. I'm not down. I'm just not down. Just keep me on the earth. Thank you very much. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not afraid to fly, but not going up there, man. Don't you guys remember the people who are like stuck there for like 8 months, 9 months? Are they even back yet, those people? No, don't put me out there and then I'm stuck there chilling, floating around. Got to eat, do all of these things in the air with no gravity. Not down, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity to say I salute this, and I'm all here for it. Shout out Gayle King and Katy Perry and Jeff Bezos' fiance. Our 10th quick story. Ashley Sinclair calls out Elon Musk for being an absent father since his son's birth. All right, Ashley Sinclair has criticized Elon Musk for allegedly being absent from their child's life, claiming he has only seen the baby 3 times since his birth in September 2024. She previously filed a lawsuit seeking sole custody of her son. According to an exclusive interview with People, a representative for Sinclair claimed that the lawsuit is not about money, but about holding Musk accountable for his lack of involvement as a father. Mr. Musk spends more time on his social media platform talking about his children's mother than actually talking to them, the rep stated. The lawsuit reportedly comes after YouTuber Jerry Rigg accused Musk of abandoning his 5-month-old child, prompting the billionaire to defend himself on Twitter. Elon Musk said, "I've always paid extremely generous child support and without any coercion to do so. Sometimes the mothers ask for money in excess of what the child could possibly need. So that needs to be adjusted." Yo, she's asking you to spend time with your son. Why are you talking about money? What are you talking about? Hey, this is his defense. Hey, I give them more money than they need to. And when the money is in excess, like, this is when we actually need to have a conversation. Bro, like, this is crazy. You're spending so much time firing people in the federal agencies and all that stuff. Why don't you take some time off and spend some time with your son? You know what I'm saying? Like, geez, doesn't he have like 12 or 13 kids? Anyways, it will always shock me when men or women, obviously we know it's most of the time men, don't want to spend time with their kids and think that money is the solution to the problem. It's just ridiculous to me. The girl clearly said it's not the problem with money, it's the fact that you're not spending time with your child. The kid's got to grow up and have no dad around. You know what I mean? Like, and the thing that is even more crazy to me is we live in a world where everything will be documented. So your kid is going to grow up one day and just Google Elon Musk, and although they're going to have to sift through a lot of things because your dad is the richest man in the world, but Elon Musk kids, and then they'll see everything. So how do you expect to, have a relationship? What are you going to say then? You know what I mean? Like, there's operations, you could just not have children. Continue doing what you're doing, but stop, spreading the things that you're spreading to have kids. Crazy. It's mind-blowing idea, huh? Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Our 11th quick story. A$AP Relli pursues civil lawsuit against A$AP Rocky following acquittal. Trial date set for next year. All right, well, we thought it was over. It's not. Rihanna's baby daddy got more court stuff to do. Just over a week after A$AP Rocky walked free from his felony trial, A$AP Relli isn't giving up. Despite Rocky's acquittal, Relli is pushing forward with his civil lawsuit, aiming to hold the Harlem rapper accountable in civil court. On Friday, February the 26th, Los Angeles County Superior Court judge officially set the trial date for January the 12th, 2016, confirming that this legal battle will continue to move forward. Relli's attorney made it clear during the hearing that her client isn't letting go of the case. "We intend to continue litigating this case," she said. "The standard in a criminal case is much higher than the evidence needed to stand in a civil trial. We still believe that our claims have merit and we intend on fully litigating them." What she really means to say is A$AP Relli doesn't have enough money to pay her. And he already has enough that he spent on the other case defending him, and he might be charged for perjury, right? And so now we have no choice but to try to bring A$AP to court to try to get some money from him because I need to get paid. That's why the lawyer wants to do this. I'm sure Relli doesn't even want to do this. There will be some sort of vindication, but we all know, we all saw the trial. I covered it extensively, so did everybody else. A$AP was not wrong. He didn't do anything wrong, and You might get a little bit of money out of it because, like your lawyer said, the level of proof and what is needed in civil court is far less, which is so wrong, by the way. If you guys remember O.J. Simpson, who we all think was guilty, but he got found not guilty, but then he got found guilty and he was civilly liable. So you could be not guilty in criminal court, but guilty in civil court and have to pay money. And we all know that Rihanna is a billionaire, so that's why they're going after the money. I mean, Rocky has his own money too, but you know they're trying to get Riri money. Let me know what you think about A$AP Relli in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to my favorite segment of the day, comment of the day. Oh, that felt a little like Oprah-ish. You get a car, everybody gets a car. Now it's just comments. I am not at the point where I'm giving out cars yet, but one day, all right? Anyways, my first comment is, oh my gosh, my favorite one. Gregory put out 4 comments. Listen to how amazing these comments are, okay? He said, she knew he was married. Bill knew he was married. We don't know if Hillary was messing around because the spotlight was on Bill. She needs to let it go. So he's agreeing with my views on Lewinsky from yesterday's episode. Then he comments and says, Trump is trying to find the debt with the gold card, and he wants foreign companies to build on U.S. soil to create jobs. It's really for us and the stock market. Yes, I agree. So I was kind of neutral on that stance, and he was like, hey, this is my view. Let me continue. Then he follows and says, free Wendy Williams. Then his last comment is, I respectfully disagree about Elon Musk. We'll keep him so y'all don't have to worry. We won't always see eye to eye, but I still love you, bro. Yes! This is what the Trent Out Loud podcast is all about, man. Respectfully disagree about Elon Musk. On yesterday's show, we started out by saying, yo, there's a petition for Elon Musk. Yo, the U.S., follow us. Canada is trying to revoke his citizenship and passport. The U.S., follow us and get him out. And he was like, hey, Trent, I respectfully disagree. We're going to keep his citizenship, and it doesn't matter if we disagree, and it doesn't matter if we don't see eye to eye. I still love you, bro. Yo, thanks, Gregory. And some things that he commented on, he agreed with me and didn't agree with me, but he still watches the show and he still puts his comments at the bottom of the episode. And I love that. This is all I try to do every day when I sit down in front of you guys. We're here to talk about what is viral or what's going on in entertainment or political landscape, for me to give my opinion and for you guys to give your opinion, but at the end for us all to come together. I love this. Really happy. What a great way to end the week. Anyways, you guys know that I always just try to pick one, but then I see so many others that I have to call out because it's just fun for me. So MNTT, I don't know what that pronounces. Sorry. But love your personality. You're so calm and collective. Wonderful energy. Well, thank you, MZMNTT. Yo, love that. BX Chef said, after listening to your feedback on today's question of the day, you seem like one of the most chill and unbothered men. Good vibes only. That's awesome. I don't know what vibes I was giving off yesterday, but a couple of people in the comment section were saying the same thing. So thank you. I hope to always come off chill and unbothered. I try to live my life that way and not get so caught up in things and, try to see the good in people, try to see both sides. And I don't know. I love people. I love life. I love people, and I love good energy. So it makes me feel good to know that I'm sitting down in front of a camera and a microphone, and you guys can feel that energy and you guys can feel that vibe. And hopefully it spreads, because like I always say, that's what democracy and that's what this world should be. I know it's not a perfect world. It's not always going to be that way, but the more positive we are, the more positivity we will have. So, all right, let's go to our next comment. Linda, my best friend in the world, Linda, my favorite commenter. Linda, by the way, is a huge Donald Trump supporter, like huge. She drags me in the comment sections all the time for my views. She says that I'm not purple, that I'm not independent, that I'm really Democrat. but she watches the show every single day and she's a big supporter of the show. So another reason why I love Linda, because this is exactly what I want. However, Linda, I saw this comment and I really have to have a conversation with you about this. And I really have to help me understand this, okay? Love you, but I have to understand this. Linda says, as far as DEI goes and the blackout, it was good in the beginning, but has gone too far. My grandson is autistic, and as long as he or his services aren't messed with, and they haven't yet, then Grandma Bear doesn't have to come out. Okay, so Linda, few questions there. Actually, no, not questions, but just to bring everybody up to speed. Not everybody saw yesterday's episode. We had something in quick stories where people are trying to boycott companies who are against DEI. And I didn't get into DEI because I've gotten to it a million times already. But I did say, by the way, just want to remember that DEI is not only for Black or minorities, it also affects women, people with disabilities, people from the LGBTQ plus community, and Black and minorities. So if you want to go out and support any of those people, go out and support this band because they're not fighting for those initiatives. So, Linda, my question to you is, if your son is autistic and DEI could help your son, how do you feel? How do you not want to be a supporter of DEI? I don't get it. DEI would help your, did I say son before? Grandson, sorry. DEI would help your grandson. I don't know how old your grandson is, but it has nothing to do with his services. He'll still get his services if there's a federal service or whatever his needs are. That's no problem. But DEI is put into the workplace to make sure that your grandson is never discriminated against because of his autism. That is the whole point of DEI, to make sure that there's practices, to make sure that there's somebody in a department that says, hey, we want to make sure that women are represented in this company. We want to make sure that minorities are represented. We want to make sure that people with disabilities. So DEI, companies that still are keeping DEI, would be advantageous for your grandson to get a job later on in life, because we do know that there are people who discriminate against people who have disabilities, whether it be autism, whether it be physical disabilities or mental disabilities. So Linda, I will be looking out for this comment. Please let me know. We'll talk about it on Monday. But I don't understand how you could think it was good. You thought it was gone too far. That part I understand. And we have talked about that at length. We won't have to. I will say the people who think that it's gone too far, I think we should put more guardrails to make sure that it's done properly. Like I said, we won't get into it, but I'm just talking about the actual program. Yes, there should be guardrails. Yes, we should make sure that it's done efficiently, but the program itself, having a grandson that has autism, he will benefit for having DEI. Let me know what you guys think about that. Oh, this is comment of the day. I thought it was a quick story. Yeah, anyways, Linda, I'm looking out for that, but thank you for your comment. And of course, thank you for your support. You know, I love you. Okay. I have a few more. Rhonda Watkins said, you're happy because you know it's my birthday, 56, and it's still above the dirt. Love you from The Rock, Newfoundland. Whoa, Canada's in the building. Bah, 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 bah. I always say all the time that no Canadians watch my show. You know, it's funny because in YouTube, you can go back and see the analytics, and like 85% is American. I'm actually even bigger in Europe and South America before Canada, but shout out to Rhonda Watkins. She's in Canada. And for those who don't know what The Rock is, it's Newfoundland. And because of their rocky, landscape, they call themselves The Rock. So shout out to Rhonda. And more importantly, happy birthday, Rhonda. Happy 56th birthday. Happy birthday to you. Everybody now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rhonda. Happy birthday to you. I was hitting some notes there, right? Yo, I don't know why I'm singing so much this week, but anyways, Happy birthday, Rhonda. All right. I hope this doesn't start being a thing now and I got to sing like every day. But hey, trust me, I won't. I'm just joking. All right. Jenny0916 said, Trent, I'm not sure if you are a believer in God, but I am. I do pray the blood of Jesus protects you always. Jenny, I'm touched by that. My mother is going to love that, by the way. And 10 likes. Yo, shout out to Jenny. And yes, I am a believer in God. Trust me, I'm Jamaican. Did you guys know there are more churches in Jamaica per capita than anywhere else in the world on the planet? That's how many churches are in Jamaica. Trust me, everybody from Jamaica believes in God. My mom all the time, just pray to God if you need this. Pray to God if you need that. Like, trust me. Yeah, anyways, shout out to Jenny and thank you for the prayers. Thank you. And thank you for the 10 people that liked that comment. All right. Darnell Bat said, that robot black. That was funny when I saw that. I know exactly what he was talking about. Yesterday's show, we played an AI robot that was like going off, like unhinged and going off to people in the crowd. And he like went up and was like, yo, what up? And it looked like he was going to like do something. So Darnell's like, yeah, that robot black. Hilarious. All right. Our last one is from Tiffany. This was hilarious to me. Tiffany said, okay, am I the only one who thinks Trent's hair is absolutely gorgeous? I was going to wear my hat today, but I was like, yo, Tiffany likes my hair. So like, yo, what up, Tiffany? The joke is Pat A SB1EG underneath commented and said, no, it isn't brackets hair. She also said, groom it, soften it. Too much facial hair, like hair anywhere else clean, trim, groom. To have it natural is to still brushed. Taken time to maintain, especially, listen to this part, especially around women. What? Yo, we talking about? Like, it's a podcast. We talking about around women. Anyways, I mean, I do have predominantly a woman, female audience. It's 75%. But, yo, Pat went in 3 different, like, yo, she really doesn't like my hair. So I put a little like extra mousse in here so that she could feel like, not mousse, but gel and like a leave-in conditioner. I'm not touching my beard. Sorry. I've had my beard for a long time. My hair is new. It's only 4 or 5 years old. I actually started growing it in 2020 when we were all stuck in the house. But the beard is staying. So is the hair. I've asked it a couple of times and people are like, leave the hair. I do braid it sometimes, as you guys know, but it's just quick sometimes when I throw my hat on, Tiffany. But I did my hair for Tiffany. So thank you for the comment. And thanks, Pat, for, I guess, kind of like the hate a little bit. And but I have curls. How could you brush out curls? If I brushed out my hair, it would be a huge afro. The whole point is busting the curls. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, Tiffany knows what's up. And the other person who liked it knows what's up. So thank you, Tiffany. And thank you, everybody who commented. Continue to comment. I always say, people ask me how I do a solo podcast. I do not do a solo podcast. This podcast is ours. It's mine. And then it's shot off to you. I record it and I shoot it off to you guys to comment below. It is our podcast. We do this together. So keep on commenting. We need you guys here with us. Thank you. All right. This brings us to social discussion of the day. All right. My good friend Mars, shout out to Mars, sent this to me. And this says, men don't care about you as a person. Oh boy, you guys know I cannot stand when people generalize how she could put all men in a bucket. But as I always do, for the sake of argument, we'll discuss. Listen to the video.
Men don't care about your personality. They don't care about your dreams, your goals. Men do not care about you as a person. They care about what you can offer them. They care about if there's something in it for them. That's why men usually don't do things unless they're going to get something out of it.
Okay, so let's just break this down. So, I cannot talk for all men. I can only talk for me as a man. And I could say that I am not that type of man at all. What bothered me about this video is that she didn't say what it is they want, like they want something from you. So I wish she would have said what she was talking about or referring to. It would give us a little bit more context. But like I said, for the sake of argument, I think that we have to assume. I think she's more referring to the men from like 2 generations ago, like my grandfather, who I'd never had the pleasure of meeting, or like somebody like my dad's generation, where they were a little bit more concerned with what a woman can do for them, i.e. like in the household, like cook and clean and this or whatever. As you guys know, I'm single, never married. And different girlfriends that I've had, my dad, like let's say I break up with them, my dad's like, oh, I really liked her. And I'm like, well, what did you like about it? It's like, oh, well, one time I hurt my shoulder, she came over and took care of me. And I was like, okay, well, what else? Well, I don't know. She took care of me. You know, she was really nice. She cooked for me. She cleaned up my house. And it was like, I mean, you have to be a good person to take care of your boyfriend's father like that. But I get it. But is there something else there? You know? And I think a lot of men in that generation that came up of like, you need to go to school, go to university, have 1.2 kids, get married and do this, whatever, that like kind of like that old union structure of family. I think that's why some men maybe today still have that mindset. But I would argue to say that if not majority, I would say a good 30-40% of men today are not looking for that. For me in particular, and I have this argument with my friends all the time, if I'm talking about dating or a serious relationship or to get married, I look for a woman who I would want my daughter to be like. A lot of guys don't think about that. They only think about one thing. And that's why a lot of people are divorced. And that's why I'm single, because I need to find that right girl and I haven't been able to find her yet. And I think if more men would think that way, they would have a better marriage, right? Because to only think about a woman just wanting those minor, I consider them minor things. I mean, if you want those things, hire a maid. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I want my partner to have aspirations, to have goals, to be ambitious, to be smart, to have all of these things, because that's what I want my daughter to be like. And if, yes, I know that I'm one half of my daughter and I'm there to raise her too, but you need both of us to be like-minded. So when one parent isn't there, or if something happens and we get a divorce or we're not in the same household, then when my children are with their mom, they have the same like-minded parenting skills where we're academic, we're reading, we're trying to be, good people. So I just think that, first of all, I disagree with her that all men are like that. That's one. Two, I do think the men that she is talking about that are like that are just old school thinking men. And in the future going forward, how dynamic this world is, you're not going to be able to have just one dynamic person in the household. You need your partner to be as dynamic to help you navigate through this world. So that's my opinion. You guys let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think men are still just one dimensional and they're just looking for things and they're just looking for an opportunity? Or do you agree with me that you think that men these days now are looking for a woman that is dynamic, that could, and I always say this all the time, where it's, you want somebody to help you be great. I want somebody to be able to be like, yo, I don't know what you're doing, but you need to be doing this. We need to put our money here. Yo, I found this building that we should invest in, or this. Somebody who's going to challenge me of whatever it is I'm doing. And I don't mind being the alpha male in a relationship. That's who I am, right? I'm a CEO. I'm a business owner. I don't mind being alpha, but being alpha doesn't mean that you don't have a strong partner, a female alpha that's as strong, that wants to help you grow. And in return, you also can help her grow in the things that she wants to do too. So anyways, I could literally have a whole podcast discussing about this. Actually, Mars and I used to have a podcast, The Four Corners of Love, talking about relationships and stuff. That's why I can go on and on about this stuff. But anyways, shout out to Mars for sending this to me, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Sorry for going so long about this. All right, let's speed things up. Let's get into question of the day. Who is the most entertaining person to follow on social media right now? Okay, there's no answers. Me, Trent Out Loud. Who's more entertaining than me? I just sung happy birthday to people in the comment section. there's nothing to say. Trent Out Loud. Roll the credits. Okay, I'm joking. All right. The lady who rocks around saying, sorry, I can't repeat that. Sorry. All right. Somebody said Saucy Santana. He's funny, but you think he's the most entertaining? Somebody said Little Duval and 50 Cent. Okay, both of those dudes are heavily entertaining. Drewski. Yo, people always say how funny Drewski is. I follow him, but I don't know if it's the algorithm or what, but his stuff never pops up for me. I don't know why. Somebody said Desi Banks. Funny. Somebody said Baller Alert. Okay. Oh, that person is funny, but I can't say it. Robert William Films. Okay. Desi Banks again. Another person, 50 Cent. Somebody said Tia Kemp, Rick Ross's baby mama. Drewski. Oh, Drewski's getting some love. Lil Duval. Lil Duval is hilarious. Somebody said Don Lemon. Yo, the thing I don't understand about Don Lemon, and it doesn't matter if you like him, love him, or whatever, but the haircut lately, that little like mini afro with the sideburns, it looks like he's stuck in the 80s. Like, I don't understand what he's doing. But shout out to Don. All right, who else is here? Okay, not a lot of different. It's always the same person. Country Wayne. I saw Country Wayne one time on Club Shay Shay. I didn't find him all that super entertaining. Somebody said Baller Alert. Okay. Sorry, guys. Not a good question of the day. Oh my gosh, we're having such a great show. There's nothing here. 50 Cent Drewski. This. Somebody said Joy Reid. Wow. Lil Duval. All right, guys. I leave it up to you guys. Who is the most entertaining person to follow right now? But I get it. That's why they couldn't come up, because the answer is ya boy. Let me know in the comment section below who is the most entertaining person to follow on social media right now. All right, you guys, this brings us to sports news, and I did it again. I also did this in the beginning of the week. I put the Claressa Shields story in quick news, what it was supposed to be in sports news. So guess what your sports news is? Me. What's up? Hey. Is dancing a sport? Hey, what's up? Okay. There's no sports news. Sorry. All right, y'all. That's a wrap. Yo, boy, I'm done. Yo, the weekend. I was about to say the vacation starts. By the way, if you guys wonder why I get so excited for weekends, for me, I feel like I'm going on vacation. And sometimes I won't even leave my house, but I'm so excited to just do nothing, although I end up doing so much stuff anyways. But yo, I love the weekends, man. Thank you so much for kicking it with me all week long. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Unplug, do stuff. I said I do things, but it's not like work related, right? It's like little tasks and like you can't get done during the week. Like yesterday or last week, like I changed my whole email around and I did something with my internet. Like those little things that you cannot get done during the week. I just get so excited to get them on the weekend. Watch TV, chill, watch a movie. Woo! Let me know what you guys are doing this weekend. All right, I just told you guys what I'm doing. Next weekend, I'm having a big party at my house. So I'm excited for that too. Anyways, I'm talking a lot. Sorry. You know how I do on Fridays. Thank you so much for kicking it with me all week. A lot of views, a lot of downloads, a lot of likes, a lot of shares. Thank you. I think we had a good week. Comments, everything. I love you guys, man. I love you guys. We are a family. Thank you, guys. All right, ladies and guys and everything. All right. Okay. I'm done talking. Before I let you go, I just want to remind you of all the ways to keep up with the Trent Out Loud podcast for my YouTubers. If you are ever in the car or you're going on a flight or you're going somewhere and you're like, wow, I don't have access to YouTube right now. Guess what? I got you. We got you. The Trent Out Loud podcast is available on all podcast platforms. You can download us. Just go to get any site that you would like, any desired site. Type any desired podcast site. Type in Trent Out Loud. The show will pop up. Don't forget to hit the follow and subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload new shows. And just like YouTube, we upload daily. Basically, anything you find on YouTube, you can find on podcast platforms. Check me out. All right. Now, vice versa. For those of you who are used to listening to this show on podcast platforms, be my guest and continue if you would like. If that's how you want to digest the show, fine. However, as the host of the show, I just want to tell you that you need to come over to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like we can have it best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? Watch me in the morning or listen to me on the morning on podcast and then watch the same show on YouTube because it's fun. It's exciting. It's energetic. And we play videos. You see the pictures that I put up. And if you think I'm animated on audio, wait till you see me live on direct on your screen. Look at a smile. Yo, you can't get that over a podcast. You know what I'm saying? And there's some words that I can't say either. So I have to like hint and do gestures and sometimes like spell out the letters. Like you got to come check me on YouTube. All right. Also the YouTube family and the YouTube comment section is popping. You'll find friends. You'll find people that like your comments. You'll find people like Pat that will comment. Even if you think that you like my hair, Pat will come and tell you, no, I don't like Trent's hair and I don't like his beard. And he needs to groom himself around women. Duh. You have to come over. Trust me, it's jokes. So just head on over to YouTube and type in Trent Out Loud. The show will pop up. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to comment below. And most importantly, if you like this show, if you're entertained, don't forget to share the show because it helps in growing the channel. I think that's it. I think that may be the most entertaining outro I've ever done. I guess because maybe I'm the most entertaining person on the internet. Let's go. It's Friday. Let's go. All right. For those of you who want to follow me on social media, I'm available on all social platforms and it's always the same handle, Trent Out Loud. Yeah, because as soon as a new platform comes out, boom, I get it. So I don't have to change my handle. Trent Out Loud everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I'll let your boy. All right. That's it. I'm done. All right. Yeah. Follow me on Trent Out Loud and also follow me on Trent Out Loud. Follow me on social media at Trent Out Loud. Also, over the weekends, I take some of my favorite comments and I put them in the stories on Instagram. So if you're going to follow me on Instagram. All right. That is it. I hope you guys have a safe, I'm about to say fun Friday and a great weekend. Be safe. Get some rest. I will see you on Monday. Why would I yell out Monday? It's Friday. Have a great weekend. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace. For more content, you could subscribe, download, or listen to the Trent Out Loud podcast wherever you listen to your podcast, or you could watch us on YouTube. Just search Trent Out Loud. For showtimes and updates, you could follow us on all social platforms at Trent Out Loud.